Okay, there we go, Gaia. Let's fast forward. All visible. So let's see. Over here we have Frenchie, who typically plays Cav, and he likes to play Pocket. He is also somewhere in the 750 to 850 elo. He loves Lithuanians. He really likes the relics and the fast cast. He does a fast feudal, and then goes in and does a castle drop. That's his 1v1 strategy. In team games, he plays as Pocket. We have Psycho playing green. Psycho typically loves a lot of melee. Gods is his favorite civ. He is now starting to play a little bit more with Cav civs, and Burgundians is his favorite at the moment. He's been following some of Hera's build orders and Hera's 1v1 and team game tiering of civilizations, and he loves Burgundians. Yeah, exactly. Best way to learn is to watch. Like, so Psycho and Frenchie, pretty solid players in 1v1. Let's see, where is Butcher? So Butcher, he is the guy who really got me interested in the game again. He knows build orders, he understands civilizations. He's kind of our in-house coach who we go to for questions. Did I play other RTS before AoE2? No. So I played AoE2 when it came out. I wasn't into computer gaming for a very long time. I played some console games here and there, but just because I liked it. Every guy plays games. I played a little bit, and then life happened, and I kind of just disconnected from games for a very long time. Fast forward to COVID pandemic, these guys, Psycho, Frenchie, Butcher, these guys were consistently playing Age of Empires. They started picking it up after DE, and they got me into the game, and that's when I started playing it again. So it was almost like RTS was new to me all over again. Competitive Age of Empires was new. I was like the SimCity guy playing with AI every now and then. I do like campaign, and that was it when I started playing Age. But now I got a decent PC to play this game, and I started playing it. I have been shuttling between, as I said, 750 to 850 elo, keep going up and down on that one. But that's okay. Part of the game. I'm starting to incorporate some of Survivalist's tips on how to manage archers, how to balance eco. Um, so that's a lot of good learning. So Butcher is the guy who really taught me how to play archers when I started Age of Empires in December 2020. These guys were like, hey, if you want to start the game, Franks is the best civ to start the game with. So I started playing Franks. I was getting okay with farms and eco. Like, the one thing that I can't get right with Cav civs is that you need wood for farms. You need farms for Cav, and you need wood for farms. So it was like the whole eco balancing was very tough when I started with Franks. And by the time I would come out with any sort of Cav, the other guy would have pikes and or archers, and my Cav would die. And I'm like, I hate archers. And then my friends were like, hey, why don't you start playing archers? It is. Keeping the TC running, switching between pulling villagers off of wood and putting them on farms. It was very tough. So then my friends were like, why don't you play archers? I started playing Ethiopians. So this guy, Butcher, he loved Ethiopians before the couple of nerfs that they've had, like the increase in cost for siege engineers, that special tech that they get for extended blast radius, so on and so forth. So I started playing Ethiopians. I liked archers. Then I switched for a bit to Bohemians. Really loved Bohemians. Enjoyed the bombard cannons and the chemistry in Castle Age. I was not scared of eagles anymore or goths anymore, because I was able to switch between Bohemian archers and gunpowder units in Castle, so I could just stay in Castle forever. So I enjoyed Bohemians, but then my eco was always a problem. Like, I wouldn't have enough eco for anything. So then now I'm playing Mayans a little bit. I've been able to get to like close to 100 wills in a game. One of my biggest things was I would just get stuck at like 60 wills, and I would forget wills, and I'm just like pumping out archers and stalemating the game. So with mines, I have just enough eco to build my second TC, my third TC, and get to 90 wills. But I still have this whole gap of, I want to say, between mid castle onwards, like like one fourth the way through castle, when you start getting all your archer upgrades and you're starting to build an army and starting to push out. From then to like early imp, I don't make as many villagers. And then once I'm in imp, I pump out a lot of villagers. So my will high at the end of the game is pretty high, but I don't have villagers when I need them, so I can tech switch into eagles or do something. So I'm starting to learn that a little bit. And you saw that in that game, like there was idle time every now and then. I didn't have the right combos, or I wasn't getting the right upgrades in time. So I'm starting to change that. So Butcher's the guy who keeps giving me some tips every now and then on how to play archers. So as you can see here, he's got a castle, he's got trebs out, he's pushing with arbs already. Frenchie, he loves Cav, he's got his knights waiting to do some damage. Red's pretty well walled up, and he's got arbs as well, so this should be an interesting fight. Gambit, Gambit is on a sabbatical from work, and he is vacationing in North India in some foothills, and he's found a vacation house which has really good internet. So he is joining us to play this game from some vacation house in North India. Gambit doesn't play a lot with us because of the time zone. Most all of us are in the US, and he's in India, so the time zones don't typically work out. But every now and then he joins, and he can play both Cav and archers. He's, I think, higher elo than me in the game.